Hello everybody, welcome back to Vax News. I'm Guna.
And I'm Kashfi.
Tonight's episode will be concerning the biggest pandemic that's ever occurred to this country, right behind typhoid fever and reality television, anti-vaxxing. Celebrities are the biggest ATMs of the anti-vax movement. Take for example Gwyneth Paltrow and her homeopathic website Goop. It consists of scented oils, crystals, charms, you name it. For example, take the enchanted How Goopy Are You $325 makeup and essential oil kit. Yeah, that's surely going to cure all disease. Now, if that doesn't exude confidence on her validity towards the anti-vax movement, then I don't know what does. But she's not the only one who's trending during this movement. 80's biggest playboy, Charlie Sheen, undeniably 2008's biggest clown, over an altercation with ex-wife Denise Richards over whether to vaccinate their daughters. I mean, come on, is that even a question?
Agreed. Also, just look at the amazing views pointed by Miss Bonnet here.
I'm scared, and I'm scared to vaccinate her, which is why I didn't vaccinate her in the first place, and which led me to read about the warnings that are out there. And what I've learned are there warnings about introducing these alien microorganisms into our children's blood and the long-term effects, which could be trivial or they could be quite hazardous.
We can truly see the alien organisms known as those Facebook moms who band up to try to fix their outcasted image in the world. If this planet can even produce creatures like that, then forget pigs flying. They'll take over the world tomorrow. Oh, and the anti-vax ads that show up in the middle of your pirated movie websites? Yeah, those are just campaigns by these creatures to attempt to accept donations to make sure that Timmy doesn't die of measles. Unfortunately, this has become the world today, scamming at its finest. But hey, it's a business opportunity.
The second biggest problem is vaccines work on a herd mentality. If you have an alpha, then you have many other followers, and no matter how stupid the matter is. So, essentially, the kids who are exposed to the real-life diseases are the ones who are compromised by the anti-vax movement. Well, why not try this? How about subjecting them to a virus within a vaccine, rather than subjecting them to a virus without a vaccine? Let's rewind the clock back to ancient Greek. Usually, Greek doctors would prescribe or diagnose evil spirits to many of the children and tell you to pray really, really hard in order to make it go away. Hippocrates would have been shaking his head. But if you want to cure yourself now in the 21st century, log on to Amazon.com and buy a bottle of leeches for $24.95. It's a bargain, folks, and everyone wins.
Now, for all you fellas out there who have unfortunately succumbed to these doctrines, just know that God says, this ain't it. No one has ever made money off the Bible, and for scamming the entire world into trying to believe your New Testament, you have sinned. Welcome to the 10th circle of hell. And all you small children out there who think that mommy and daddy have done a good thing by not giving you vaccines, it's okay to tell them off. Cookie Monster will give you extra cookies. And make sure that you can try to get put up for adoption as well. I'm sure that that's a better place than your house.
Now, have you ever had the biggest headache in your entire life and you really, really, really needed an aspirin? Yeah, why don't you just go hand another $3 over to CVS Pharmacy so they can add it in their big money pot? Also, why don't you go and tell their lobbyists who are frolicking outside to just take your tax money, hide it in their back pocket, and just la-di-da away?
Not to mention those clowns who advocate for no needles, but run to the government asking them to free healthcare because Canada did it. Which celebrity or politician bribed you or threatened you enough to say that? Free healthcare and everyone gets to peacefully die in the long line waiting for their appointment.
You know, 21st century parenting cultures are really, really starting to get on people's nerves. I mean, there's kids out there who are worried that if they go to school and they accidentally cough or sneeze on someone, they're gonna be quarantined. The founding fathers have worked to build this country into a free republic, but the anti-vaxxers, they're trying to make it a capitalist country. Now, I don't know about you, but as for me and in my household, the norm is we're not throwing away our shot.